I'm the Shinigami, and today I'm reviewing Attack on Titan Episode 9, or Shingeki no Kyojin. So, I actually really like this episode. Attack on Titan is turning out to be a really good series. I'm really liking it so far. I've just been, sticking with the anime so far just to see what I think of it before I delve myself into the manga, because the manga is like, I don't know, I think it's like 40 chapters, and each chapter has like 80 pages or something, I don't know. It's some big number, but anyway. So we start off this episode by doing sort of recap of Eren's point of view after he got eaten by the Titan. So we watch it. He gets his arm cut off from the inside and he falls, wakes up in the Titan's stomach, and then he's just sort of, what the heck's going on? We don't even know. And then he's just trying to figure out things himself. And then next thing he knows is we're on the outside of the Titan again, and all of a sudden this giant left arm shoots out of its mouth, killing it. And then he emerges from it, like busts open, and we see that Titan that we saw defeating all the other ones come out. So at this point I'm still thinking, what's happening? Like, I'm sure if I read the manga, I'd be like, oh yeah, I know what's going on right now. But, so I'm sitting there like, okay, I have no idea how that happened. And then he sees this other little Titan. It's crawling towards him, creepy like. And then it turns out to be an abnormal, and it leaps at him, and then he just punches it through its mouth, and it was really cool fight scenes. So then he starts stomping on it as the Titan, and he says, I'll kill you. But it goes back to Eren, and then Eren says, I'll kill you. And then we see him and Armin and Mikasa are trapped in a bunch of people, and the guards around him. I'm probably getting this all out of order. This probably isn't really, the order that happened in. It's just a little short remembering right now. But we go to see this guy named Levi, and Eren was talking about how they were the elite of the elite, the elitists of the elites. So, and then Levi himself is a captain, which means he's elite of the elites of the elites, or whatever. He's a super elite, super elite, or whatever. So, yeah, sorry for loud noises. Let's see if I can do this. So yeah, you may hear some noises, sorry about that. I can't control it. Of course I gotta wait. So, we see him fighting, and he's pretty badass, but like I'm sitting there thinking, it's like he looks about the same as Mikasa fighting, but at the same time he doesn't. Like, he's standing on top of the Titan and said, like, stay still, I'm gonna cut you. So he is pretty badass. And then they find out that the other wall's been broken, so they have to head out. So, stuff happens, and then we go back to Mikasa, Eren, and Armin. And a bunch of the other protectors are freaking out. They're wondering what the heck Eren is. And it's Mikasa standing in front with her swords, Eren behind her, and then Armin beside Eren. And then all the people are surrounding from the outside and stuff. And it turns out they have one of the cannons pointed at him. They're gonna just want to obliterate him if he isn't what he says he is. So then they're just talking back and forth, trying to figure out what he is, and then some gray-haired girl, total bitch. But the commander or whatever is like, this is how it all happens. We can't afford to do this. We're wasting time and military on you three people. And the girl's like, it's obvious we're not going to get any more information from him. You should just kill him. I'm thinking, bitch. Cut your head off. But I really like how this show's going, so it really shows what would happen if humans weren't the #1 most dominant species on the planet. it's really interesting to see it from that point of view, and it's really creepy in a way. But at the same time, it's great to see how amazingly they took the story. But, so anyway, they're arguing back and forth, and then Mikasa steps up. Mikasa's been a total badass since the beginning, but she's even more badass now. She's like, my favorite thing is skinning people. She's holding her sword, it's like, badass. And the other guard steps over and he says, that's Mikasa Ackerman. She's worth 100 average soldiers. Getting rid of her would be a huge loss to mankind. So the captain's like, oh crap. He's like, but you could tell he was scared. He's like, I ask you again, what the heck are you? And Eren's trying to remember. He's just having the struggle with his memory. He's like, if I say something wrong, it's not just my life on the line. It's Mikasa's and Armin's. And then he's just trying to think, and he thought back to what his dad said whenever. Well, no, he didn't think of that yet. He says, "What do you mean?" He's like, and he yells out, "I'm human." The commander's like, "Don't think badly of me." And I thought, oh, great. Raises his hand, gives a signal for them to shoot. And Mikasa runs over, grabs him. Just him. And Eren rolls off of Mikasa's shoulder after he's remembering all this stuff as it's happening, and he's thinking of what his dad said. And I had a feeling about this. It's like Titans are huge creatures that can regenerate. But Eren's Titan couldn't regenerate. But yet at the same time, whenever he emerged, he had a new hand and a new leg. So, I haven't read the manga yet, so, people who've read the manga, tell me if I'm right or not. But it seems, he's not really I don't know, I guess he sort of is a hybrid. But it's like, whenever he's a Titan, he's like a Titan human. He's got the big outer appearance, but he doesn't regenerate, obvious, because his Titan wasn't regenerating. Although it looked like his hand was regenerating that one time, so I'm a little confused on that. But it's like whenever he's a Titan, he's sort of a Titan-human mix, where human is the predominant trait, or the dominant trait. And Titan's sort of backseat, even though he's so big and whatnot. He's still strong as a Titan, though, just to mention that. And whenever he's a human, he's like a human Titan. So he's small like a human, and normal can think and whatnot, doesn't want to eat anybody. But he's regenerative. So, that's what it seems like so far. So anyway, they go to shoot it. Eren realizes from what his father said and injecting him and stuff. And he grabs Mikasa and grabs Armin and locks arms. And by now I kind of figured out what he was going to do. But I thought, why would you, trap them like that? I guess it's to protect them and whatnot, but, this is kind of like, hey, you're screwed with me. But, that's the only way to keep them close, I guess. Anyway, so the bomb starts to shoot and he bites his thumb, pierces his skin, blood spurts out, and then like this huge electric wave or whatever comes out. And we see bones and stuff happening and meat coming out and whatnot. And then the bomb crashes in him. And then we see Mikasa and Armin on the inside. And you can see like these things behind them. Like they're here. There's something behind them. And it turns out to be rib cages. And I'm thinking, what? And then we see he is a Titan. So he can turn into a Titan at will, I'm guessing. But yeah, he's a creepy looking Titan this time. I like the other Titan better, and that one was creepy. But yeah, it's pretty interesting. I'll do basic fact now. Badassness, not much of it, but there was some really badass scenes, so I'd have to say about an 8. Attention level, how much attention was I paying? I was paying a lot of attention, because I really liked the story and whatnot. I like what they were doing with it, Stupid Mosquito. So attention level, I was probably paying about an 8.5 or 9. Satisfactory, how satisfying was the episode? It was really satisfying, because a lot of shows, they would do all that leading up stuff. They would be like, okay, well, you see, he can turn into a Titan, but you wouldn't find out until the next episode. Like, he would have, if it was any other anime, he would have bit his thumb, the electrical surge would have went out, bomb would have crashed, and then the smoke would have cleared with like a shadow. I don't know, something stupid, but something that doesn't give it away until the next episode. But this one, it's like they told you everything. It's like it was something related to what his father did. We see that he became a Titan. I mean, next episode we'll find out more about it. But I just like how they did this. So satisfactory, I was probably about a 10. I was very satisfied with this episode. How interesting was the episode? Probably about an 8.5 or a 9. I mean, you learn so much. Comedy, really not much comedy in Attack on Titan. Very little. Maybe like one tiny funny scene, but 0.5 or 0. Fan service, if you're a fanboy or fangirl of anybody in particular, but general fan service is 0. Animation, how well drawn is it? All Attack on Titan episodes are always really well drawn and really well animated, so animation will probably have to be about a 9. Predictability, that's not what I saw. If you read the manga, I'm pretty sure you saw it coming. Well, obviously you saw it coming, you're like, yeah, that's what's going to happen. But for me, watching the episodes, predictability-ness was probably about a 1. Did not see barely any of that coming. Overall episode rating out of 5 stars, probably about a 4.5 or a 5. It's really good. I really liked it. So definitely go watch the episode. And I would say watch the series, but I have to watch more episodes before I can give a definite. But so far, yeah, it's great. It's a great show. Really glad I got into it. So yeah, definitely go watch the episode if you keep up with it and stuff. But yeah, that's about it. I am the Shinigami, and there's stuff in the description that leads to other stuff that I say in every video. But if you're new and you're just starting to watch and you just started on this episode, like, subscribe, add favorites, follow us on Twitter, links in the description, like us on Facebook, links also in the description. And yeah, I'm the Shinigami, like I said earlier, and I'm signing off. Jana.